met the facial team in 2012, I think. I had an initial consultation. I had several consultations since then, and I pondered whether to have it or not. And then I took the decision in mid-2015 to actually proceed with the procedures, which I had done in November. I felt comfortable with the surgeons that I met. It wasn't necessarily about the price. The price was secondary to how I actually felt about the company that I finally went with. So it was just, I felt generally at ease. I didn't feel at any time I was being given a hard sell. I didn't feel pressurised into moving forward. It was totally left to me to decide. So it's just because I felt comfortable with the team. I also have several friends who have had this procedure done here themselves, and I've seen the results, and I was pleased with their recommendations and what I saw of their results. I had my forehead reshaped, I had a trachea shave, my chin and my jaw reshaped, and a lip lift as well. My greatest fear beforehand, despite knowing friends who have been before and have all had good results, I just had this big fear that I would be that one in 1,000, 1 in 10,000 that where something went wrong. That was my biggest fear, that just something would not quite go right, and also it was a little bit daunting at first to come to a foreign country to have surgery. I'd not been abroad for a very long time, so it's quite a big deal just to go abroad, let alone to go abroad and have surgery. So they were sort of my big fears of potentially something going wrong, and also just being in a different country without your family and friends necessarily able to pop in and visit you at hospital. Well, if I could talk to myself back in November, then I would assure myself there was no fears. The hospital is incredible. My only experience of hospitals has been NHS hospitals in the UK, and the difference is incomparable. It's a state-of-the-art hospital. The care was exceptional, and the care from landing in Malaga Airport to going through all the procedures and then coming home again, I can't fault it at all. Probably when I saw myself in the mirror for the first time, I wasn't expecting, I knew I'd be covered in bruises and be swollen, but it's just that when I saw myself, I kind of realised that despite the bruising and the swelling, I knew it had gone well, and that was okay, and everything seemed to be as it should be. Yeah, Marseille's lovely. Prior to coming here in November, I'd not been abroad for 13 years, so I'd never been anywhere. Since having my surgery in November, I came back again in December over Christmas, because I enjoyed when I was here last time, but obviously I was in a recovery stage last time. And then I've come again this week for my review, even though I didn't have to. I could have done it in the UK, and that was again because I found it a very beautiful place to be. So yeah, very, very nice weather, friendly place. I personally think it's probably one of the most important operations that you can have, because it's what the world sees of you 99% of the time. It's how they make a perception of your gender based, I think, first and foremost on your face. Prior to surgery, I was quite fortunate that I fitted into the world pretty well anyway, but I still think that the surgery has made that still made a big difference. It's kind of polished everything up and just softened everything down to what was there before.